Number 17, Prodigy, one half of Mobb Deep. This QB representative authored, I would say, a top 5 most notable and possibly memorized verse from arguably a top 5 song of the 90s altogether. And to keep it a kilo, to this day, when the opening hi-hat begins to create the pace of the Diddy Bop and the accompanying snares build the runway for the iconic Cry to the Movement.
Yeah. To all the killers and the $100 billers.
Doom, doom. Then the bass line drops, the energy builds, the sample guitar riff finds its footing. Now we're in full rhythm. Then the full chorus. I got you stuck off the realness. Can you see it? Were you there to experience it? This is the stuff that would start mosh pits at house parties, y'all. And as an aside, the 90s basement party era was just different. Anyway, Shook Ones was an element of that recipe. This follow-up Queensbridge album in 95 was the perfect complement to Illmatic in 94. Shook Ones quickly became a new term and a street standard you didn't want to be considered. This was also in the midst of an extremely violent time in New York City, and the music was a depiction of what life looked like for them. This era probably is how my resting scowl face came to be. Alright, I wasn't no super tough guy, but I wasn't no punk either. And at the end of the day, you had to carry yourself a certain way when you was maneuvering out in these streets of New York in the mid-90s, especially when you moved dolo the way I did. Now, Dunn was introduced, and at first, it was only a Queens thing, and for the most part, it stayed that way. But we definitely knew you was from there, or you wanted to be from Queens, if you used it. And this was all from one album, The Infamous. His connection with Havoc was a legendary one. These two cooked up 3 classics in a row. The previously mentioned Infamous, Hell on Earth in 96, and Murder Music in 99, giving us tracks like Quiet Storm, Hell on Earth, G.O.D. Father Part 3, Drop a Gem on them, Give Up the Goods, Temperatures Rising, Survival of the Fitness, and of course, Shook Ones. Although they were both on the songs, everybody was checking for P's verse, and he hardly disappointed. Just keep it real. No disrespect happened, but you know what it was. One quality of his lyricism is that you will always find yourself giving the approval chuckle for his bars. Like his underrated solo career overlapped and spanned along with his group efforts with Havoc. He dropped 8 Mobb Deep albums, 5 solo albums, 4 collab albums, featured in over 50 other singles, 1 posthumous album, and he made rocking a do-rag sideways a trend in the summer '99. Trust me, I was doing it. The front line of the QB Renaissance was forged by Nas and Mobb Deep Collective. Capital P was on the front line. We lost him to challenges with Sickle Cell in 2017, although some people believe he was being targeted because he was beginning to speak truth to power, and the upper crust didn't take too kindly to his efforts. It's me. I'm some people. The legacy lives on through his words and his music because there still ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
It's right here, all right?